Okay, this is the water heater at our house. Yesterday, my wife realized that she heard something in this little water heater house, and when I checked it out, we realized that this valve, this fitting has a leak. And I replaced this water heater less than a year ago, so that was kind of strange to hear that it was leaking already. But I guess the first lesson is don't be cheap when you're replacing these parts, because they'll come back and bite you. These are all galvanized fittings, so I'm going to go to brass this time. It'll hold up a lot better. Our water's not perfect. We're on a well. There's a lot of iron in our well, so that might have contributed to it deteriorating sooner. So we'll get these changed. I'll show you what fittings we're going to use. I'm going to replace the copper lines as well since I'm in here. On both ends of this nipple, well, actually maybe not both ends, because one end goes onto the copper hose and it has a washer inside that nut. So I don't typically put Teflon tape on that end. The end that's going to go into that 90-degree bend has about 3 turns of Teflon tape, and then we're going to put some pipe thread compound on it as well. I've always had good luck doing it that way. We're getting close. I wanted to mention these flexible, or I shouldn't say flexible, but they're bendable copper lines. When you bend those, you want to make sure you hold on and support them as you're bending, because they will kink. And once they kink, I don't think it would be any good anymore. And also, when you do buy these, wherever you buy them at, check both ends to make sure that that washer is in there, because sometimes they fall out. Then you get to your job site and you have to go back to the store. I was also thinking about wrapping those fittings with Teflon, and on these we did 3 revolutions. I think you want to be careful how many revolutions you do. You don't want to make that so thick that it breaks the fitting that you're screwing it into. I've only had that happen when I'm doing work with angle stops, and some of the angle stops aren't super high quality, and it actually cracks it where the threads are, so something to look out for. Okay, I think we're looking pretty good. So a couple of things. The hoses, the copper hoses that I bought, were a little bit long. Those were the only ones available, and this was an emergency repair, so I had to make them do. We got all of the fittings that were bad switched over to brass. These other ones down here are already brass, so I'm not concerned about those. This one down here going into the water heater came with the water heater, so that's fairly new, and it also has a plastic liner inside, so I don't think water is going to get to that one as easy as it did to the one I tried to reuse. So a couple of things, and not just with electric water heaters, but with any water heater, you want to make sure you fill it up before you either light it, if it's a gas water heater, or before you turn the power on, because you could burn out the elements if it's trying to heat an empty tank. And everything looks nice and tight. No drips or leaks. So we're good. Let me know if you have any questions, or if I could have done anything different or better. I appreciate your comments. Thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.